Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Now I'm going to show you how to make a really simple Chinese noodle soup, as it is Chinese New Year soon. It's really easy to make and it's really yummy. Let's have a little look at the ingredients I've got here and then we'll make the soup and you can have a go yourselves. Here's what I've got. I've got some noodles. You can use any noodles as long as they are easy cook noodles. I've got some chicken. If you're vegetarian, you can add some different veggies instead. I've got some leftover cabbage, some spring onions. I've already chopped my chilli. I've got one chilli. I've got some ginger here. I couldn't get fresh ginger, but if you can, make sure you get it because fresh ginger is better. I've got a lime, some soy sauce. I couldn't get honey, so I'm using maple syrup, but you can use honey. And I've got a litre of, this is vegetable stock, but you can use chicken stock too. So here is the first step. I've already chopped up my chilli. We need to turn on the heat. There we go. It helps if I turn the right one on. It needs to be on a medium heat. So it's on a medium heat now. You can see that heating up there, and I am going to add 1 tablespoon of my maple syrup, or honey if that's what you're using. So I'm going to fill this up. You can see I filled it to the top, it's full. I'm going to put that into my pan. I'm just going to wait till I see it make some little bubbles, which it will do in a moment. Whilst I'm waiting for it to make some little bubbles, I am just going to get my other ingredients for the next part ready. So I need my soy sauce, I need my chilli, and I need my stock. All of that is ready to go. So I can see it's starting to bubble up now. So the next thing I need to do is splash in my soy sauce. So I'm going to pick up my soy sauce. Here it is. I need to turn that down a little bit now. Now it's bubbling. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 3 tablespoons soy sauce, and I'm just going to wait for that to bubble through again. You'll be able to smell it now. You can smell the honey and the soy all mixed together. So now that it's starting to bubble, the next thing I need to do is to add in my chilli that I've already chopped up. So I'm going to put that into the pan. Be very careful when you're doing this, it's very hot. And add my stock. Here's my stock. I'm going to pour that into the pan. There it goes. All the way in. Now that is in the pan, we are going to leave that on the heat for 5 minutes. So I'm going to let that happen and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, so I've got my soup bubbling away next to me. It's ready for it to simmer, so I'm going to turn it down. Those 5 minutes that I said about start now, it's going to simmer for 5 minutes. We've got a little job to do while that's happening because we need to get our cabbage and we need to tear the cabbage up and shred it. So you just need to use your hands. You can do this. Tear off those leaves just like this. Tear them off into pieces, ready to go into your soup. Tearing them up. Good job. Don't worry if it rips a bit, that's okay. Taking those leaves off. Tear them up. Once you've torn all those up, put them into a bowl, ready to go into your soup. After 5 minutes of simmering, we are going to take the next step. So I will see you there. Okay, so our soup has been bubbling away, simmering for 5 minutes. So now it's time for the next step. So we need to add, first of all, our chicken. So we're just going to put that chicken into the bowl. Watch out for it splashing because it's hot. Just mix that in. Next, we're going to add the ginger into the bowl as well. So let's put all of that ginger in. Make sure it all goes in there. Keep pushing it in so it's all in there. Wonderful. Give that a little bit of a mix with your spoon. And then we're going to bring that back to a simmer for another 5 minutes. So we'll see you at the end of that 5 minutes. Okay, so my soup is still bubbling away over here. We've got a few things we need to get ready before we finish, okay? So this has got about 5 minutes. We need to chop up our spring onions and we need to slice our lime. So here we go. Spring onions, don't forget, you're going to cut the top part off the spring onion and then any of the outside of the onion that needs to come off. You take off whatever needs to come off. If they're already washed and they're already clean, great. Sometimes they come like that. Some of these need a little bit of cutting. Some of them need a little bit more. So we'll take those parts off. And then I'm going to chop up my spring onions. So you can see, let's see, can you see? There we go. I'm going to chop them up into small parts. Be really careful with this knife. Watch your fingers. There we go. These have been cut into really small parts. I'm also going to cut this large one up as well. There we go. These are just going to be used to go on the top of your soup. So, these are all cut up. I'm going to put them into my plate over here. There we go, all on the plate. I'm going to get my lime and I'm going to chop that lime in half again. Watch your fingers. I'm going to chop in half. Half means into 2 parts. And then I'm going to chop it into quarters. So I'm going to chop my half into 2 parts again. And my other half into 2 parts again, which means we've got 4 parts of lime. 4 parts. That makes quarters. Have a look at the soup. The soup is bubbling away. So as soon as that's finished, we'll get that served, and then it will be time to have our Chinese chicken soup. Okay, so I have served up the chicken noodle soup, as you can see. There we go. There's one bowl. There's another bowl, and it's on there with some other lovely Chinese things like prawn crackers. We've also got some fortune cookies here. Now, you need to get your spring onions. Here they are. Add some spring onions to the top of each bowl of soup. That's your garnish. You can add a lime to the top. People can add their own lime as well. And I'm just going to squirt some of that in. And there we go. Chinese noodle soup. Why not have a try for Chinese New Year? Let me know how you get on. I'm going to go and eat this now, and I'm going to enjoy it. See you later.